Okay, I guess welcome to F1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I've just been dumped onto this. This is me, JJ. Obviously, Watino is here, but he's currently busy with something, so he's not going to talk. Obviously, we should be in for an entertaining race. If you watched the F2 race yesterday, you know how chaotic Baku will be. But let's just hope we're going to have an entertaining race, and we have a clean race. Because we had two safety cars and a virtual safety car yesterday in F2. Everyone's picking the tyres, which is the mandatory sets.
And well, I should be back around here. Whatever JJ has said about myself being busy was just updating the sound software, the audio software. But it's everything cool now. Welcome to Ero PlayStation F1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. For the first time, we're actually doing PC F1 and PlayStation F1 at the same time, because, as you know, we have Azerbaijan Grand Prix going in PC F1 anyway, underway as well. It's on more like closing stages, but what I have seen there was already chaos. So we'll hope for a clean race on our PlayStation race.
Well, yeah, remember, because Drake isn't racing that week.
Yup, and that's already caused chaos. So we're still waiting. The game tells us to wait for something. We are not entirely sure of what we are waiting for. But still, well, okay.
I'm stuck on a black screen.
I can see both streams are up and running, and well, after a minute, we're in. So quick audio adjustment.
So first car trackers. So do you know why Josh changed his username?
Why?
No, I'm asking. Do you know why he's changed his new username?
No.
Oh, fair.
Well, I will not be guessing what does it mean, but it's ESWJR being his new nickname. We're still calling him Josh, as well. It's easier.
But yeah, and obviously people understand that Josh obviously is an AlphaTauri driver also.
Okay,
But,
speaking of reserves, we need to speak of reserves before we start a lap.
Fancy and Google are only racing.
Yup. Anyway, speaking about the reserves, Thomas Bowman is racing in a Mercedes alongside Hugo Trufuma because, well, Michael cannot race today due to connection issues. Next, in terms of reserves, okay, there's some will-to-will stuff, so we're going to show that one.
Still going. Oh, no, punching in the rear, Google! And Google's in the wall!
You're crazy!
Oh, Maggie got a penalty from that! Google's got the front wing, Cabot has got front wing damage. So that's a great start to the F1 quali.
Thank you for distracting us, Franchi and Guil. But we need to continue about the reserves. So Mohamed Zroup races in Aston Martin today, and Hasan Akça in in Alfa Romeo. The last of two of them are from F2, and now I let Luke to laugh a lot.
Sorry, I'm just a bit like surprised at that. Sorry, but you can finish now.
Yep. And you tell me, Kapakox has got wing damage as well, right?
Yes.
And that's why he is coming to pits. So that was quick for him. Also, you see no previous screens, so well, we've messed it up.
Oh, for God's sake.
The very start of today's Grand Prix, but it's all fine. What we have seen was seen, so better we did not show that one. No intentional collisions though, but it was funny.
Well, Fanchi's got a 5-grid penalty from that. So that's going to have an impact on his race now. Which, Martino, it's always dry at Baku.
Well, I've seen some rain yesterday in, for example, PC F2 tier. So I doubt.
Fair news. So the cars that are going to be finishing laps first, it's going to be MoHD and Josh. You're coming to the start-finish line now.
So we've got yellow flags in Sector 1. We'll probably be going to see a lot of yellow flags today.
Well, remember F2 had 2 safety cars and 1 virtual safety car.
Yup, and I
Josh
was
will come to
involved
the
in that
line.
chaos.
38.5. The benchmark is Mo going to beat it. No, 39. Only 2. And Alpha of Hassan next. Comes to the line now. It's a 39.9. Red Bull of AXA. 39.0. Wow, Josh is 5 tenths up.
So Loki does 38.7.
Next car is Ken. Can he get anywhere near the front runners? A 39.4, so P5. It's Wage, not? No, it's a Sunset next comes off the line. Comes to the line now and takes pole right now. 38.3. Next car is going to be Super Thomas, who's pitting. Cameron comes to the line on mediums. P4. Oh, wow. That's okay. That's really good pace by Fanchi, just nearly DNF'd in the pits. Alright.
So continuing, Diego Moraes in the Haas is about to cross the line. He is now crossing it on the main straight, and the time is going to be 1:38.7 on the medium tires. So that's a great sign for him for the race strategy during the race.
Wrigley P10. Next car is going to be Stinos on an outlap. I think no one's on a lap right now. But Cameron and Coles are doing really similar pace on the mediums, remember, as well. So those two could easily switch it up and go further.
As I'm following personally Stein and the Ferrari on the hot lap. Also watching the PC F1 race, well, I must say apologies for the issues, as Dino already has said that if anyone was watching the PC F1 stream, well, there's some bad day for connection.
I mean, this game is that broken, anything happens.
Yep. Like, everything's fine in the PC F1 lobby, but for Dino it is not that great. There's as well loads of yellow flags everywhere on that race. They are on lap 18, so...
That glitch. But it is back, so yellow flags everywhere. Stinos keeping a clean, little nudge on the wall there in Castle. He lost a bit of time. Meanwhile, Latini, what did you think about the real life race? No spoilers, obviously.
No spoilers, but I was watching from lap 46.
No, I mean, you didn't watch much of that. Okay.
I'm happy about the race winner though, and I will not tell who is the race winner because we want no spoilers.
No, but that race had literally everything. And that's the first race of the season, so this could be an absolutely incredible season, to say the least.
Yep, I watched myself from lap 46, as I said, so...
I haven't watched any of them. I know, I haven't watched any. Who was that? Who just jumped up there? Tim's P12 now. But Stinos coming to the line now, sticks to the pit lane, and jumps to P6. Well, okay, after my screen was so glitched out.
Yup, I'm watching Gulkus on the outlap. He was not racing here last season, so Drake Dempsey easily won that one in Season 6 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Could have been a fight with Aurélien Lepenroux, but he has crashed into the wall for the second time in a row those days.
That's just mean.
Yeah, that's just mean, but still, he's done it, so I'm speaking straight facts. Well,
That's
anyway, Gul is on his hot lap after turn 2 he is. So we'll be following one of the championship contenders. And speaking about the championship contenders, it's possibly 2 of them for the season. Still 2 more or even 3 may fight, but it's race 8. So the situation is Cameron Dowds is 136 points and 6 points ahead of his championship rival Guillaume Darunia. And on the 3rd place we've got Aurélien Lepenroux, who has 74 points. Continuing, we've got Caleb Lukinen 68, Jiwika Chukuma 50, Diogo Moraes 45, Michael Engelian, who is not racing today, 38, Karsten Gerding 33, Stein Avis 30, and Marco Botta, who is not also able to race today, 21. That's the top 10 of the driver standings. How about the constructors? Lepenroux and Dowds in Red Bull 210 points, then we've got Haas with 177, Mercedes 88, 1 point ahead of Alfa Romeo. Aston Martin's got 41 points, then we've got Alpine 37, AlphaTauri 36, Williams 24, Ferrari 20. Remember, even though Stein has 30 points, he was racing on the first race as a reserve, so this is why the team has got only 20 points. And then we've got McLaren, who have scored 10 points and they are on the last place. So
School comes to the line now, and only a 39-1 for the Frenchman.
how about the best? How about the tires the drivers have done laps on?
Kabakov is retired in the pits, so he's happy to stay last, it looks like.
And watch the carnage. I hope there will be no carnage, though.
Yeah, but you knew that from yesterday, don't you? Because you started last.
Yes, and I was still involved in carnage. Petuka just spun around, right ahead of me because they decided to do a free wide and I was involved. So I had to back out.
Yeah,
Not reported though because, well, I just couldn't avoid it. Petuka just went for it.
Yeah, but you could have reported it. I don't know. Why not?
I cannot anymore.
I am just hoping the guys will be in the pit lane today because F2 was horrific.
Well,
I'm not going to mention names, but Jesus Christ, it was everywhere. Well, let's see what Thomas is going to finish this lap now. P9.
And that's a decent one.
Yeah, Gu will go for 2 laps. Oh, yeah, actually, he is actually going for 2 laps. He's 6 tenths up here.
So we'll be following the Frenchman.
But he's going to run our RS in the back stretch.
And it's causing you to lose a lot of time. Because, well, apparently, I have been checking out that one, but you can easily lose a 10th or even 2 when on the final straight you have no ERS. And he's got completely no ERS. So he goes to the pits, even though he was able to improve this lap time. Speaking of looking at the front, I see Ferraris both on the outlaps. Aston Martin of Franchi is on the low fuel mode, so obviously no lap made by him. Joshua is surprisingly on the front row at the moment. Is now on the hot lap, looking to further improve his lap time, and he's on the final straight. Remember when Gasly did the 4th place in qualifying? Well, he did 4th place in qualifying, and he even got a purple first sector. Josh decides to go to the pits. Cameron gets his provisional pole.
There goes Cameron, 5 tenths ahead of Sunset. So the times are going to start tumbling down now.
Diego Moraes is now on purple sector 2. He's on a mission for the Haas to get that pole position.
Look, he goes to P3, only a 10th behind Sunset.
And speaking of cones, well, he has got a redemption to make after last week's Portuguese Grand Prix.
Yes, because his wheel completely failed, and he's going to go P2, only half a 10th behind Cameron again.
Well, he's starting on the inside line into turn 1. He's starting on the inside line at the moment.
Continue looking at F2, chat.
Yep, I saw.
Okay, I'll do it now. Quickly, 2 seconds.
So, continuing, we've got 5 minutes to go in this qualifying. So, well, Wagner has invalid, but he's got low fuel mode anyways. There's drivers on the hot lap. For example, Steinavis is now going through the castle section, very tight turning.
Josh's wheel's starting to act up. Josh's gears are not working. Oh, unless he's burning all this fuel out, actually. That might be actually smart.
Well, he looks to be burning fuel. He looks to be pressuring that brake.
I know, I thought that his gears weren't working for a second, but thankfully they're not. So thankfully they are working, I mean.
Just saying, well, you've got Yalmer here, who'll be driver number 18 on the grid, last minute jump in. So we will be having a grid of 18. And that's actually fine.
Still is coming to the line now.
He's got 6 tenths. He's got 6 tenths of improvement on the second sector.
P4. Sunset still holds P3, which is a great job by him. So let's see who else is on a lap. You got Josh on out lap, Fanchi, Axa, More HD on out laps, and everyone else is on back to laps into the pits.
As Rob is starting his hot lap.
I'm much curious who's going to have pole, because Cameron still has on the pole from correctly, isn't it?
Cameron?
Yeah, I'm sure he hasn't had a pole yet.
I think he's got one. Well, I have the standings on my... yup, he's got a pole position, actually 2 pole positions, in French and Portuguese Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. He nicked it last minute in Portugal, if I remember correctly. Oh my, bye.
What was that? What was that information at the bottom a second ago?
That was Yolmir.
Okay. Yep, he's left the session, so no driver number 18. Will be staying with the 17 on the race for today. Looking at the driver squad doing their hot laps, it's Lepenro in the Red Bull. Definitely needs to improve from that 9th place at the moment.
9th.
9th?
Yes, that's how you say it.
I'm not a native speaker, and I'll be speaking that every single week.
Unfortunately. So Mo HD is coming to the line now. P12 currently. He's going only 5 tenths up, I feel like. At second 2, it looks like. Sticking close to the right.
Oh, he's back.
Comes to the line. P8. Oh, well, I hope he just picks a car and lets the quali finish.
Same for me. Even though there's no more glitch that causes the timer to reset if you join in during the mid-qualifying.
Flash into the wall. And he's just got out of the way of Josh. Oh.
And he's got completely no front wing, so he has to go to the pits.
Oh.
Or nearly miss out the wall.
How did he not crash there? What?
It was maybe a crash of like 5 kilometers per hour, so he's fine.
Josh is coming to the line now. Can he improve from P6 and get any higher? He's literally sticking to straight. Francie's crashed out.
Well, and Axel as well. Axel as well has clipped the wall, and he is going to the pits. That might be qualifying over for the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, he actually is. So that's done. Who is that behind? Is that Google on a? That Google's on an outlet.
Oh!
Has Axel just crashed out?
He was going to the pits.
Oh.
And now he's in the middle of the track because when the game sees that somebody crashes the pit, it automatically moves the driver towards the middle of the racetrack. So that's a weird situation for Lepenru, who's, well, not starting at the 10th and probably roots on Guil or Super Thomas to start 11th in order to have free tire choice.
Collins, Cameron, and Sunset all on lap for the top 3. So Collins coming in sector 1, he's a 10th down. Cameron's 4,000s up.
That's a very minor improvement from the Red from the Red Bull.
He's validated. He's validated, so he can't improve.
Josh gets crashed out in the castle section.
Oh my god! That made Collins have bought his lap. He's had to back out because of it, and he's abandoned it. So now Sunset, if he can get the pace down, he could take the front row. And that is quality over. So whoever finishes the grid now, that's going to be their position. Sunset's 8,000 down, so I feel like he's not going to get the front row. But P3 is a great start for him.
As I'm looking at an Alpine going to cross the line, and it's Carsten Gerding in the Alpine, who is currently at the 3rd surprising place on the grid. He's improving himself. No, he's not. He's worse.
Yeah, he doesn't improve. So cars on track who can improve the position. Low key, Will, Super Thomas, Wrigley, and that's all the drivers that can improve right now. Unless Ken's going for back-to-back laps, so he might run out of fuel. No, Ken's backed out of his lap. So yeah, low key is going to be the first one to come across the line. He's in the last corner now. He is 2 tenths up right now, so he could actually She snatched
The third place. Well, that was a little bit of luck from you, as Loki is indeed on the final straight of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We know what happened on the left side back in Season 2 when the two title contenders of Luke and Jordi have crashed out. We hope for nothing like this today, as...
But, P3!
Loki gets P3. And we will be alongside him. Guil will be alongside us. Wagner goes to the pits. How about Kalle Pulkinen, who's got no fuel?
Second row. And McRigley. So Cameron gets yet another pole position, but Cohen's just stuck to them the whole time this time. Oh, well, that quality is going to be... So the race could be entertaining with how close Colton and Cameron. Gu will struggle around Baku, it looks like. But you never know what can happen here, because Gu will did obviously have... What do you mean it's back on?
It's a Baku. Like the racetrack.
Yeah, true.
That was a bit of a suspense.
But you never know who's going to be leading at turn one, especially because how many 90 degrees corners there is at the start. There's there's four of them back to back.
And I suppose there will be loads of will to action. Not actually.
Yeah.
Maybe crashes.
Wait, Tino, just to ask this, Banshee's French, isn't he?
Italian.
So why is his flag?
I don't know. Ask him. He got a change.
Fair. So Cameron gets another pole position today with Cohen's P2 and Low Key in the third position today. And then Gu will P4, and then Sunset, Stinos, Josh, Ken, Super Thomas, Wojciech start on softs, while Mo HD, Fanchi, Axa, Hassan, Wrigley, Tim, and Capicus all get free choice of tyres. Oh my.
Well,
what's in you?
I'm just.
I'm not going to say on stream what you've just seen.
Thankfully, there was nothing on the stream. I'm admitting to that thing. So...
I'm sorry. That's just. Oh god, I can't say what was on that, unfortunately. That was video. For God's sake. Okay, so everyone's picked their tyre strategies and fuel, so we should get going for the formation. That was 17 runners. Now, looks like the PC1 race just finished.
Yup.
Are we doing spoilers or not?
Of PC F1?
Yes.
I suppose most of the people will want just to know the result, or...
Oh my god, I just clocked it. Okay, so I just realised the guy I give a full-time seat to, he may have just won the race.
Tony?
Yes.
I'm just clarifying if you're right, Michael. And
so I give him the seat just a few days ago, and he wins the race.
Well, that's Tony Richer, who has won who indeed has won the race. There. And Jaromir is here in the McLaren. Let's go. And he's stuck.
But oh, please don't. Jaromir. Oh, please.
Are we doing a robbery start?
No, I really hope the AI is going to take control of the car because.
Well, in the meantime, I'll just mention the results of the PCF1 race because most of you are going from there or have checked that out already or something. But just to clarify, Tony Wojciech has indeed won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in that division, ahead of Arjan Bilbas and Tukar Arkola. Then we've got Lukas Dirksen, Marek Znamiowski, Will Pawlakowicz, Nathan Powers, Wojciech Kroks, Mateusz Jelonek, Luke Mills, and Jonathan Foss. And that's all the drivers who have finished, because only 11 finishes we had today in that division. And I hope for more in PSF1.
Oh no! He screams that he's still waiting for players.
That's beyond interesting stuff for Yalmer, as we may have 18 drivers, but we also possibly get a lobby stuck.
I must ask him if he's. Oh wait! There we go.
Yep, he's left the session, so we'll be waiting that minute for the formation lab for the AI car. Well, it's chaos. It's chaos, but do we like the chaos? I don't know.
I don't think the drivers have realised how far they've got to wait now.
Well,
No.
is it the situation where we're doing a restart?
No, it shouldn't, because... Pete's sake, man! So he's going to rejoin his car when the race starts, but his AI is only in sector 10.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be a fun, minute, because the AI is so slow! Batinio, what is the AI at?
41.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
Anyway,
default setting.
Yes, we're going to be waiting 20 minutes for the car to get to the track.
Don't worry, he's already in the castle section. I hope he
Yes,
just does not crash out.
Okay, so everyone watching, whoever's watching the drivers, I am sorry for this. That we'll have to wait for one car now to get on the track.
He will do it eventually. So, yeah, just give us a minute. Speaking of the driver standings yet again, Doubts 136, Darunia 130. Also, remember to like and to subscribe to the channel, as I always do, because, well, the like amount isn't too high.
The Ghost is coming to the backflips now. Hopefully, he joins up and get the. I'm really hoping the game will just start the race. Oh no! Nope. Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay. Officially, we can say the lobby is glitched, and do I have the red flag photo? I do not. Do I have it at all? I remember doing it one day. So, what is going on?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
As the race is theoretically underway.
Oh God, actually it is.
As we can see that, well, there is going to be a lobby restart anyway, but Josh is now braking, and we've got Jaromir on track.
Oh yeah, oh Josh is the only car that hasn't gone. Oh fuck.
Well, this race start doesn't count at all, as, well, if you see any intentional crashing, it's just people reminding to each other, well, guys, we're having a reset lobby. So...
No, because no one's gonna notice. Oh,
Cameron does. Cameron retires.
Cameron.
It might be a sign for all these drivers. Same as I said.
Yeah.
Low-key, everyone is retiring virtual safety car. Maybe people will check right now. As everyone keeps retiring, there's a major carnage to turn one, bigger even than in Monza back in season 3. But we'll be having a red flag anyways. So we've got a full safety car, and I think Cone's got a puncture, as there is 9 drivers remaining.
This game is so broken.
Yes, it likes bugging. But, well, very good drift from you, Diogo Moraes, but we've got 8 drivers racing only. You can see it's been a major carnage. Maybe we'll even have less finishes than in F1, than F5, where there were only 5 finishes. Sorry, 6 finishes. Cones is the other one to crash out, losing his front wing, and I think he has to go to the pits as soon as possible. August Linderson surprisingly leads the Azerbaijan Grand Prix and goes to the pits. Stay. As Mohamed Zurup, Diego retires. Well, maybe I should stop joking around. Because, well, we're having a lobby restart. But there is some. But I prefer to have you watching this rather than just a red screen of waiting.
Sick. So we need those 3. We need all these guys to retire. More HD retires. That's 1.
Yup, we've got 6 drivers to go, and Timonano Antoine de Montier is actually NII. As everyone now leaves the session, and we'll be having a new lobby pretty soon.
Oh, why is this game so broken? I'm gonna mute myself for about 10 minutes.
I'll try to entertain the guys on the chat, on the live stream. With a safety car, as migrating host, everyone is leaving. Well, we've got only 2 drivers to continue racing, so maybe I just better message them that there's a new lobby. Maybe they just think the race is still underway and there was just a major carnage and everyone's gonna get.
No, it's bloody stupid Thomas. He's the only car left.
Just opening my PlayStation messages.
Mm.
And I got an invitation to a new lobby, so... Technical issue screen. Welcome. I'm not doing the same mistake of showing you some of the Discord. Thankfully, there was no bad stuff except from one bad word, I guess. But well, if there's anyone on the PC from the PC F1 on the chat, can you describe me a race like shortly? Because we would like to know, as it looks like I must restart the game, because it's gone and broken. But well, this race has gone pretty much underway, maybe for a bit, but that's all about it. Like, we'll be starting at around 50 to 55. We'll be having then 45 minutes of action. As there is new lobby being set up. We'll be having it for like 10 minutes. So speaking of why it happened shortly, you have seen that Yami has joined us mid-quali, but then his car decided to be stuck. we are, as you can probably hear a bit, joining right now. As there's a big amount of us free drivers, but this is a PlayStation sound system, so gotta hear it a couple of times. Well, I think why people have decided to restart at the very end was Cameron actually retiring in front of all. People from top 10, of course, because briefly speaking about the restarts, while people are handling the lobby and stuff. Speaking about the restarts, it looks like this. When we call out the restart, everyone has to leave the lobby and join a new one. Then the grid is set. When it's set, we are underway. We also have to take care about the weather conditions. And if it's all done, then the top 10 must remember about putting the same tires they have put on during the qualifying session. And there is no requirement, but also don't forget the race setup, because race setups in this game, actually every F1 game, are very important if you're racing in this level, kind of Ero F1 or F2, or PC F1 or PC F2, because otherwise you're just losing 2 seconds per lap. So we've got a couple of people left to join. $14 already. It's gonna be 15 probably soon, as Hassan is in. You got 3 to go. $15 in the lobby. There is still Steen to be invited. This 3 Dutchman.
Okay, I finally calmed down. After screaming maybe for about a minute.
Yep, and my game thankfully did not crash. So we've got
Okay,
Gons left.
And it's super. No, Stin's the last one now. Stin, don't you dare! I need to say a certain word there.
Yep.
Oh no! Why do we never get anything right? Because Buddy's sunset and he says, "Ah." Sunset and cut Stins, and that's it. Stin is respied. He's not getting invited. He can join. This is getting a joke. I've sent 3 invites now.
Okay, so started it in. We're 1 short from having the full grid.
I'm going to scream.
I've got so many people in my friends list that I need to remove from my friends list because, well, I don't have any connection with them anymore. Okay, he's in. And also they try to ready up.
Yes, I've said it because I. Ah, no! See, I thought the grid was done. That's my fault. I'm going to shut up.
Yes. Maybe. Or something.
I literally thought the grid was done. For God's sake. Wait, does he mean do it?
He said don't go. The planned moment of our race start is at 52 or 53, or as soon as Josh makes the grid, apparently.
I'm going.
So, that's funny stuff for the restart, as usual. And I can see loads of reports already going on the PCF1.
Okay. The grid's done.
So we should be underway within seconds. No, so did I? Yeah, I really did. I really did ping people that the stream is on. So a couple of minutes ago, but still, you'll be doing the start look as I already told. We already talked in the DMs. But still, the race is underway. The top 10. Don't forget, top 10 softs. Everyone set up, and don't ready insta. That's all I had to say. Well, that's right, Marek. That's right. Speaking about the chat, of course, because he's talking about the PCF1 race. That was an absolute carnage, and we expected that. Because it's Baku. And Baku is the place where it just happened. And I have been involved in one of the incidents. I'm not going to tell too many details. Personally. Maybe Luke will. Then trying to say I've got no fault in myself. Well, the fact that F5 got 6 race finishers speaks for itself. But
no, let's just not go because I do not want to have a full report today with you. I really can't be bothered.
What if I keep speaking about the dirty incidents and then we have a race where nothing happens? Well, that will be a dream scenario. We could talk about the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Okay, I really hope people pay the tires attention. Okay.
As I'm checking and trying to the broadcast, yes, everyone's got soft tires in the top 10. Also checking if the grid, also briefly checking the grid is right. Cameron, Cones, Loki, Guil, Sunset, Stinos, Josh, Ken, Thomas, Wagener, Mocht, Axe, Hassan, Wiggly, Tim, Kappa, Franchi, Yammer, everything's right. And Michael, that was so right. I actually love this quote from Toto. And if someone isn't right, I just keep calling him Michael. But well, let's take our weird talks because we're about to start the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in PSF1. We're about to start the 8th episode of the championship fight between Guillaume Darunia and Cameron Dowd.
Yeah, but the question is, who's going to be leading the turn one? Because obviously, Coles has the inside line if he gets a better run.
Yup. But there was a driver who had a better run on Baku last season, last F1 season. He was also on the inside, remember? Do you know who am I talking about?
What are you saying, sorry?
I'm speaking about that. I'm speaking that someone has also got the better inside line into turn one.
Oh. Well, Hassan's went from mediums to softs.
And that's allowed because he's out of top 10.
But I'm curious if it was the best decision.
I guess not. Continuing. What was I on? Speaking about that inside line, right before we start, I need to explain. I was speaking about Lewis Hamilton and his Baku restart. Where he has, well, it happened a year ago, so we can say about he completely locked up.
Well, how was Super Thomas leading now?
Has he just overtaken everyone?
He was doing much faster on the start, so he takes the lead. But Cameron's going to take pole position here at Baku. That's car. Thankfully, every car is in the session this time, so we will not have a glitch, and we should get going straight away. Obviously, we're just waiting for the last cars to get on the grid. The light should be going on any second now. It's not a yellow flag; it's the game glitch. And there, the light.
Oh no! As Cameron gets a drive-through.
4 lights and 5 lights.
Well, we've got a technical issue with Luke, as I need to say.
Driver!
Well, you can hear Cameron Dowd has got the driver and has to go to the pits at any point.
Oh my!
Well, Luke is lagging a lot.
It's gonna get past Google, easy. Yeah, but Sunset. Oh, great.
Okay, are you finally back?
Great. Fine. But Sunset's man's. I think. 2 seconds, man. I need to come. Okay, my internet is weird. I don't know why.
Well,
but,
our start has gone pretty weird, I must say.
Yes, but Sunset's holding up Google, so he's got past it. But Loki hit the wall at turn 2.
And for some reason, I have Cameron as a ghost.
Yeah, no, Cameron's a ghost on my screen too. Unless it's a new feature with... Oh, Advantage out the castle!
And we've got already a first crash of the evening. Virtual safety car is out.
Wait, hold on, Watini, unless it's a thing, because if you get a driver, your car will be ghosted, which makes sense. And then you can't ruin any church's races.
Okay, that's actually smart from the code
I'm only thinking it's the only thing that makes sense, because why would only Cameron be ghosted? But Cameron has gone from pole position to having a drive-through, and he can't take it until the safety car finishes.
And he has to wait for lap 2, and then he may pit, and he needs also to hope for no crashes behind him. Because he'll be definitely keeping the lead.
But Collins should know he doesn't need to push, he needs to stay with Cameron, that's all he needs to do.
And
he doesn't need to overtake him, because he knows the drive-through will give him the lead.
Oh wait, there'll be no DRS.
Oh, hello, MoHD's pitted, he's gone for a bold strategy. And Yolmir.
As 2 of the drivers are pitting, virtual safety car should be ending on a short notice. We should be back on the way. But Diogo Moraes will have his chance to retake the lead. And maybe this time, win in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Yeah, I remember. Google is behind Sunset and Low-Key, but this DRS train might come into effect between these 3. Because Google, yet again, does not have pace around this track. He's struggling to keep up to Sunset.
At least, he knows that Cameron has a drive-through.
Oh, Jesus Christ, lagged so much there.
Or maybe he doesn't.
Well, TD, on my end, you lagged so badly.
Everything's cool from my side on you.
And there's the strategies popping up, and it looks like Cole's is going to the hards. Tino, you still here? Have you died?
I'm here.
Oh, that's a great sign. Well, I think it's just me until Tino fixes his technical glitch.
I don't have any glitches though.
Well, you keep going silent and you keep cutting out.
Because
so I'm curious,
I don't speak.
Do you think Cameron's going to take a drive through this lap?
Yes, this lap. He has to do it this lap. And he's going to the left side.
Yes, so hopefully...
And he's saving his driver penalty at the moment.
So Cameron's going to have an absolutely mighty task. Gulwil is going to take... Not Gulwil. Cole is going to take the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So, and Loki P2 and Sunset P3. Stinov's fastest car on track at the moment in P6. Alright, let's see who's the best position gain on start.
Just saying, Chibika Chukfuma, the Mercedes is already out of DRS.
Let's see if you're glitching again. Okay, 2 seconds. Give us 2 seconds, Tina. I'm going quiet for a minute. You need to handle this yourself.
So, for this little moment, I'm alone in the commentary booth, but still, Chibuka Chukfuma is out of the DRS from Diego Moreira. You can see there's loads of chaos going on today, and I hope it gets fixed on the very short notice, as the Haas are currently going for the 1st and the 4th place. At the moment, Guillaume Dornier retakes the championship lead by 6 points over Cameron Dowds, but he needs to overtake the 2 drivers ahead of him as soon as possible. He's sliding a little bit out of the castle section on the left-hander, as on this very challenging circuit, which has 20 corners. Well, you need to you need to master every single one of them. Or...
Okay, can you hear me properly again?
Yes.
Sorry, okay, my headset was refusing to connect it for a second. Obviously, I forgot to say that Cavalco's in the best position, 5 positions up at the moment. But then this is when Loki's going to be under attack by Sunset, and Guwil obviously going to have DRS now.
Oh, this is going to finish him 3 wide, as Carsten is about to overtake Loki, yet he does indeed. Now Guwil, he's fighting Loki, and he's ahead of him.
Yeah, so he...
The Mercedes will be overtaken by 2 cars at the same lap, at the same straight, actually.
Sunset hit the curb in there, and the exit turn 1 and lost it for a second. Now is Guwil going to make another move on Sunset for Sunset P2? Because you can see Cole just pulling away from them.
Even though the gap was 1.7, Guwil is not looking for a move yet.
Oh, it's further back. Stinos and Josh are side by side. And Stinos back though, haven't hit the curbing. And Ken is all over him now. Side by side, Ken goes round the outside and takes the position. What a move!
And that's a great driving from the Finn. Well, actually, I must say I've done the same thing on...
No one cares!
Yesterday's F2, but I did it!
No one cares.
So, well, I've seen the resemblance.
Yeah, but Sunset's lost 4 attempts to Cameron now in sector 2. So Cameron is flying and knows he needs to get the hammer down, get away from these guys before Guwil's released.
Apart from Cones peacefully leading by around 2 seconds, we don't see any interval gaps yet. It's actually a very big train behind him, with only McLaren of Yelmir and Aston Martin of Mocht being way behind. Cameron will not look for a move on Antoine de Montier at this lap, maybe next lap.
Oh, Loki. Oh, this is not going to... Loki and Guwil are going to be going battle for P2 now. Oh, boy, here we go.
Loki looks like he's not using Garrett, same as Guwil. They're just very close to each other. Loki will not go for a move on the inside into turn 1. Guwil slides a little bit, but it's still right behind Sunset.
Loki, Sunset had a big enough gap there to hold off Guwil. Guwil is struggling. His car is snapping over at the exit corners. So Sunset's going to hold P2 for another lap, and the gap's 2.5 now between him and Cones.
Kalapulkina makes a move on Josh.
Yeah, Ken's race pace is something that you watch out for during these races. Because his quality pace, it's either his quality pace is strong and his race pace isn't good, or it's the opposite way around. So you know this move, Tino, because you've raced with Ken last season.
Yep, but he was most of the time way in front of me, so I don't really care. I didn't really care.
He made it.
Apart from China, where he spun being behind me.
God's sake.
China is also known for one of the greatest overtake attempts, but it's the topic for the another story.
Oh yeah, I wonder who it was. Wojciech.
Yeah, it should have been that driver in a Ferrari, I guess.
Says the guy who went over the curb in and trying to overtake a tapper who had no front wing. And that was in Baku, before you ask. Yeah, I watched it, I caught it on stream. But Cameron is going to lead up to that.
Oh, there's a spin at the back, and it's Wagoner.
Oh no! As Axe obviously managed to get away and not get damaged. Wagoner doesn't have damage, I can see.
As Cameron is still ghosted on my point of view.
Hassan is pit. Yeah, Cameron, unless the drive-through just absolutely made him ghost for the rest of the race. I don't know what's happening here. But Guwil can't get past Sunset. Even with the DRSs, he can't get close to him. So Guwil is going to be in a bit of bother now because the gap's 2.8 now ahead.
As Josh fights again with Stin.
Josh is having a lot of battles. He's had Ken, now Stinos, and then look at Axa rolling in the wings on the mediums. So Axe's gone for the alternative strategy, and he's already gained 4 positions. Or was it 5? It's 4 positions.
Yeah.
4, yeah. So meanwhile, one Red Bull struggles on the softs, further back, the other one of Axe is on the mediums, pushing for the alternative strategy. And Sunset, oh wow, Sunset's holding this. There's now a train forming behind Sunset.
Also, I just need to mention Commentators has overtaken Antoine de Montier and is still ghosting.
Yeah, unless it's just ghosted for us, he might be real on the track for them. But oh my, look at this 4-way battle now for P2.
Yep, as we're following Kastegard, Guillaume Darunia, Chibik Chufa and Kyle Pukinen fighting for position number 2 on this race behind Diogo Moraes. Well, the best one working for us is obviously the 1-2.
Yep, Guiller's going to get it here, and Loki might get him also.
As Kaiser goes to the pits.
That's really early.
And he definitely crossed the white line.
Yeah, I thought so. I'll have to look at
Well,
that.
at least I think so.
Yeah, just ask.
As he taxes into 3, it's Wagoner again.
He's got no damage again somehow. Oh, he might have it now. But now the question is, obviously, Cones has now got Guwil chasing him down. What is the Portuguese driver going to do now? But Guwil obviously isn't going 100%. It looks like he's struggling to keep up to Cones' pace.
Maybe it's better for him to stay out and wait for the mediums, like on around lap 12 or 11.
Yeah, but Guwil obviously he gets a little bit of time, but he isn't like making a huge gear ahead. I literally thought I saw Cones and Castle there, but he managed to not hit the wall.
Yep. The gap is 2.0. He's still gaining.
Yeah, so Cameron's either backing off a pace, or Guwil's got his tyres at the temperature now. Because he is now catching now.
Yep, it's 2.1 seconds. The gap is decreasing by a major margin.
Cones has nothing wrong, I can see. So it's just up to Guwil's pace that he's upped massively. After gaining, obviously getting past Sunset, he's pitted early.
Guwil is still in the championship lead by 8 points at the moment, but as Diogo is looking like to pit this lap, yes he is, so Guwil stays out.
That was literally on the cusp.
Yep, that was very close from crossing.
Yep, so Stenos keeps out, everyone's going to follow, but Axe is doing a really good position now, as Cameron's pitted also. P9, he's gone from P9, 10 keeps going.
As most of the drivers who stayed out
will
be pitting soon, or just are medium runners.
Loki, Guwil, and Ken obviously are in a 3-way scrap now. Obviously, Loki and Ken are in the better positions because they get DRS. And Guwil is sliding around certain corners.
And despite cost him and Loki to fight for that first place, provisionally of course.
So Collins comes out on mediums, 18 laps on mediums, and still ahead of Josh, and he's got clean air ahead of him. So Collins has actually got a really good chance here. And let's see the gap between the leader. Wow, Collins has only dropped 14 seconds to these guys. So he's got a really good chance to stay ahead.
And to stay well ahead. So
Collins could be on for a good result here today. I'm not going to say where.
But Wagner is out. And I suppose it's not to the pits.
Cameron's in last place now. Oh, Cameron must have had a front wing change.
And that's the reason of his pit.
Well, no, I'm thinking, why is he last when he pitted the same lap as Collins? I'm going to look at this.
Goyle is already over a second ahead of 2 rivals behind him.
Yep, Cameron did have a front wing change. That's why he's last position.
He's about to overtake Yalmir though, as Goyle goes to the pits. Same as Loki and Ken.
So leader is going to be Axel on the alternative strategy, remember?
As Antoine de Montier is going to be overtaken very soon by Diego Moraes into turn 1, and the move is indeed done.
Stinos is going to be the longest guy on softs and Tim. And now Stinos is going to push because he's got Kappa Cups all over him though.
And I wonder who's going for a 2-stopper and who's going for a single stop.
Kappa Cups is going for P2 here on Stinos. His softs are clearly out of the depth right now. And the mediums contact at the keep it wide. Kappa Cups gets the move to P2 on the mediums. But Collins, obviously, as I said, literally he's got a huge buffer. He's got 4 seconds on Goodwill now for pitting 1 lap before then.
August Anderson is about to be overtaken by both Chibukachukuma Kalpuken and Mohamed Zurup is right will to will with him. They're going side by side into the chicane. There is a contact between them, but Mohamed wins the position.
And there goes Josh, obviously sneaking by. But I just realised Sunset stayed ahead of Goodwill.
The undercut has worked, but remember, Sunset is on the hard tires, so he'll be having a little less grip at the moment.
Yeah, but his tires will start feeling better around lap 12-13. Because the mediums die off very quickly, I noticed around here, from yesterday's race. Because Aldridge pulled away from the hards. But I'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm curious how long Axe is going to push on his mediums, though.
So, well, as I'm following Goyle about to overtake the Alpine driver of Carsten Garning for the 6th place. It should be an easy one, maybe even before the DRS, as he's just having a pure power of slipstream and the straight line speed. He makes the move with a little DRS assistance, and he gets ahead of the Dutchman.
Now, Collins is going to be the guy, he's got a bit of a gap to get up the Kappa Cups, but he has clean air.
The undercut has definitely worked.
Wait a minute, why is the gap just... Why is Collins at 4 seconds and now suddenly Goodwill's not that far back?
Maybe it's a straight effect.
It glitched out for me for some reason. No. It said that Collins is only a second ahead there. I was like, how is that a second?
Okay. Thomas overtakes August Anderson as well, who looks to be braking early. I don't know if he has damage or something.
Super Thomas, I can't see any, unless he's got
some
sort of floor damage or something, I don't know. But the race is going to be at the point where now it's managing your ERS and keeping the DRS of the cars ahead, which is going to be key. The big battle B is going to be Goodwill, Sunset, Loki, and Ken for the podium today. Unless Axa can do an alternative strategy and pull something out of the hat.
And here it's me wondering if all the drivers got pitted a moment ago for the medium tires are going for a 2-stopper or 1-stopper, because 2-stopper is well possible, because I've done like 30% when...
Oh, speaking of penalties, there's the first one of the day for track limits. It's very hard to do that around Baku. There's only about 3 corners you can probably track limits. But Cameron is still having a disaster rate. He's P15 at the moment, and he's stuck behind Tim. But I'm going to go back up to Sunset as he's going to be under attack by Loki now. Loki's not using any ERS. Here comes the British driver. Is he going to go to the inside? He goes to the inside and clearly gets me before turn 1.
But he's still 1.4 behind Goyle. I'm switching to Cameron and Antoine de Montier. Cameron needs to get past him as soon as possible. He's about to do it. maybe not even now. He's just happy to stay behind him.
Yeah, he doesn't have DRS yet. That's why.
And Dumont also has a penalty.
Yep, I did say that.
And that's more of a surprising fact for me.
Yes, because Baku is very hard to get penalty, like I said, Vincenio.
As Hassan is overtaken.
Yep, Stinos gets into P12 now. So it looks like only Sunset's gone for the hard for the second stint. Which is going to be a bit of a brave move by him. Loki is now starting to catch up to Guil now slightly. And Guil is catching corns.
Well, Guil is catching corns because look who's right ahead of him.
Yeah, I've just noticed obviously how close he is to Kappa Cups. 3 seconds now. I think Corns is... Yeah, Kappa Cups is actually not going to fight. Oh, no!
And he's defending him to the inside. That's been cheeky, to say the least.
Well, the fact he moved to the left, but he was letting him by, and they just squeezed him off. That's cost him nearly 2 seconds. Oh, wow, okay.
Kasper Klasa is definitely getting some spiciness to the championship battle.
Yes, but now Corns has lost 1.3 to come to Guil. He needs to get Kappa Cups and leave him in the dust before he gets past him. And Guil's going to... With no ERS getting used, and Kappa Cups isn't going to fight it. Meanwhile, Ken gets past Sunset for P6 now. Sunset's struggling to keep the hards warm.
As Thomas overtakes Mohamed Zurup.
Now I'm curious.
For the NIF, sorry.
Is Kappa Cups going to be that defensive with Guil?
Well, he's already 1.4 ahead only, 1.5, and he's still within the DRS, but I think he's gonna not be in the DRS zone very, very soon, maybe even in this corner, yes, definitely.
Yep, so Corns is just figuring out his race now and getting away from it's kind of as the quick charge and Frenchman of Guil. Axe is 5 seconds up on the road, obviously an alternative strategy, and look at the gap going down now with Corns getting past Kappa Cups.
Yep, it's 1.6, 1.7, and also, Guil is within the DRS.
Oh boy,
on the
yeah,
castle section.
Guil, obviously, he needs to manage his ERS to keep up with Corns. Obviously, he was doing this. Corns has got a lot of ERS compared to the guys around him. So Guil is going to have to wait and just get a good chance here. But the battle for the last podium spot is still going on between Ken and Low-Key, who have pulled away from Sunset, and Josh is getting into the mix also now.
Yellow flag sector 2, it's Williams of Antoine de Montier.
Yep, he's just frankly spun it around and he's kept going. But the battle for the podium can be very spicy, but Kappa Cups has now got Guil all over him in sector 3. He's going to get the move here. Unless Kappa Cups decides to go full on attack and defend like Alonso. And here comes Guil with no ERS used. Kappa Cups is just going to have to let him by. Flies by to P3 now. Ken, is he going to go for a move at turn 1? Josh gets past Sunset for P7 now. Sunset's still struggling on the hards.
The hards are not working at this point, at the moment.
But they will work in the last few laps, as I'm going to say that. Hassan gets past Wrigley.
Oh, this is big moment from Carsten Gerding. He saved it, though.
And Ken gets past Low-Key. What? Around the outside yet again. And Ken's P5 now, so he could be on P2 or P3 when the guys ahead pit. Like, the podium is so undecided. You've got Low-Key, Ken. Josh is catching these guys also. So Josh is on fire today, it looks like.
So, as I'm following, Kasper Klasa is now over the second behind Guil, so he was within his DRS for this entire sector and a bit.
Yeah. So Kappa Cups has now got Ken and Loki chasing him down. Ken needs to catch him as quickly as possible because Loki will get past again with DRS. The gap is 1.6. I don't think he's going to get it this lap. Unless he makes a miracle last corner, which probably will not gain 5 tenths.
As Commentators has well overtaken August Linderson for the 13th place.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. He started on pole position and has unfortunately dropped all the way to P13. I know he's not going to be happy in the chat when the race finishes. Axel still leads the Grand Prix. 14 on the means he started on, keeping a 2.5 gap. Guil's dropped back a bit from his teammate now, 2.6. When it was 1.7 after that intervention. by Cox, which I don't know what's going to happen. But Ken is now into DRS range. He won't get it this lap, but he'll get it next time. And who's just pitted? Oh, Mo HD. He's gone for he went for the 2 starters, remembered. It's obviously he pitted during the virtual safety car. Okay, let's just see.
So we're going to the castle section at the very short notice after this chicane, and Kasper Krasa still keeps his 4th place ahead of him, ahead of Kalek Pulkinen and Ciebie Czukuma. And he looks like to be defending very well. We could see that against Diogo Moraes as he hits the wall. Very slightly indeed, but it was a slap of the wall, and there's a major damage from him at the moment. It's headed out of the race. Ciebie Czukuma has damage, and it's going to be a safety car. Possibly.
Yes! So now...
we're having chaos.
Axa is now going to took the strategy to pick. He can either go hard to the end or risk picking softs.
Such an unlucky race for the driver who fights for the 3rd in the championship.
But I'm curious what the Hassans are going to do. Are they going to stay out, or is one of them going to pit? Oh, look at Will. Oh, but Ken was on for the podium today, but then the castle has just claimed the victim today.
Also, can do a cheat pit stop because.
Well, there goes Mohammed.
Hassan go to double stack. Hassan go to double stack. No, Cone fakes.
Cone obviously had to because he doesn't want to affect Google that much. Google's probably going for another pair of medium. Axa has to go. He's gone soft. Oh, that's brave, Axa. Google, what have you gone for, mister? As I thought, the mediums. Low key pits, Josh pits, all for the mediums, it looks like. Double stack Low key had a front wing change.
Well, it was all after that touching Ken.
Oh, yeah, so how has he got another one?
Are you crazy, man? Or is the game being crazy? As he retired.
Thankfully, yeah. So that just allowed Cameron back into the... Oh, Cameron's left the session, as I was about to say.
Maybe he's about to rejoin.
Well, Cameron's obviously... He should, because he's in P10 now.
Well, he's in the points.
Exactly, so he's got a comeback drive. But hopefully he's AI. But Cones is now going to go to the end of these mediums, and that might hurt him.
Also, I must speak quickly about Mohamed Zuru, because he's got 2 drive-through penalties, but it reminded me of Daniel Skrzydlak in F4 division last season in the Spanish Grand Prix, where this Polish guy has got 4 drive-through penalties, he served them all, and still got points.
Oh, so you?
No, it's Daniel Skrzydlak who did it.
No, you mean you?
No, I don't mean myself. I did not make...
No, I do wonder. I think it is you.
I've never got a drive-through penalty in a league race. Come on.
Seems
like I'm getting it next week then.
You get one straight away. What race is it next anyway?
Japan. Next week.
Ah.
Japan is the place where I got punctured.
Oh yeah! That was good memories. Yeah, because remember, I called the safety car, remember?
Yep.
I didn't tell you somehow last time, but yours didn't.
Yeah, you just caused this. It was you causing a safety car on lap 1, right?
Yep. Because the same car that killed me 3 seasons in a row, killed me again.
The same corner.
I was going to say, Cameron just pitted again.
Is it his AI?
No.
He's retiring from the session at the end of the race for the championship leader.
Oh my word. Unless he's got some sort of problem. Yeah, he's got a problem because his car's not leaving the pits.
Now it did.
Okay, so Cameron looks to have something wrong because he would not retire.
Is it the lag of the wheel?
Maybe. He hasn't said anything in F1 chat yet. Alright. Well, I feel like Collins has just thrown this race away. He should have pitted.
Well,
I'm surprised he didn't pit because his teammate was going to pit regardless.
well, the wear for the tires of the mediums is like 2 to 3% per lap from my own personal experience. So he's got around 20 as of now, and well, he can do it at the end of the race easily.
Yeah, but it's the fact that everyone's going to have fresher tyres behind him, apart from Stinos, who didn't pit either. Why is the PC1 chat kicking off?
I don't know.
It's for pit lane entries.
Yep. People having problems with the obvious fast penalties. But speaking of countries, quickly saying, can you leave that like button? Can you hit that one and actually get the stats a little bit better? As we are about to restart the race here in Baku. Yes, we indeed are going to restart the race with Duke Moraes back on the lead of the race. But I wonder about his tire management and the tires themselves. They are not new. They are 6 laps old. And same I wonder for the tires of Aurélien Le Penroux right behind him, because they are softs. And softs are having a short lifespan here in Baku. So possibly Guerrero is on the best strategy possible at the moment, as he's on the brand new medium tires. Diogo Moraes is warming the tires, waiting for the safety car to come in, and we're about to restart the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, as he still uses that brake, he still doesn't go quicker, he still isn't pushing, he's still warming up, he says, he's very, very close to Aurélien Le Penroux, he's waving, he's warming up, as he might be overtaken, but we're restarting the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and he's well ahead of the Red Bull driver. So behind him, this is Josh going for a move for the 4th place on Stein Avis. He's side by side with him into turn 2. He's going for dive down the inside. They might have minorly touched there, but they kept it going. Josh stays currently on the 5th place. He's about to overtake. He's using that overtake ERS mode, and he jumps back on the 4th.
What? I just really want to drink, but Josh is on something. I just realised. Jesus, what? As he actually could be on for the podium today. Because
he only has one podium in his ERO career in the F1 tier, of course, as Kasagarding goes for a move on Steinavis as well. They're side by side, he clicks the wall!
Damage, I feel like, in the front there.
And he'll be going to the pits on a short notice, probably.
Yeah, but on my end, it doesn't look like it, but he might have, like, lime green damage. Meanwhile, Axa is just trying to stick to Cones, obviously. Because Cones is just trying to build a gap quickly. And obviously, Guwil, obviously, he's going to be held up with this. But obviously, this is going to be Stinos is holding off everyone behind him. Because the gap is now nearly 2 seconds to the guys in front. So Josh getting past him, it worked magnificently for his strategy. It's Joe, Josh is in the DRS range, I believe, Guwil. This is really strong pace.
Yup, and he's on the medium tires. The best ones for this 11 lap, or actually 10 laps at the moment, remaining here in Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And there are going to be 9 laps at the moment. So we're very close to finishing the race. But look at his ERS. Look at the ERS of Josh. It's only a half of it.
Josh is retired! That's in the pits, thankfully.
Yup, that was the pits. Or no, he's standing still.
No, Josh is... Oh, he must have crashed into the pit lane. Oh, so we're down to 12 runners from 18. For God's sake. But Code still leads the way between Axa.
So Josh is on the hunt for Guillaume Darunia on the 3rd place.
Yeah, because the podiums aren't decided yet, because Axe's tyres are going to die off in a few laps. And he's going to be defenceless. Because his tyres, obviously the softs, do not last long around here.
We're also have been confirmed by Vincent in the chat. Sunset has got indeed a wing damage on that moment.
Axa just lost, Axa lost the car for a second, now the gap's out of a second. So now he's going to gain the time back, because Guwil, obviously, if he gets past him, he's going to struggle to keep up to Cones. Oh, this is good. This race is not going to be. We don't know what's going to happen to the end of the race now. I feel like.
Yep, we've got only 12 drivers on the racetrack for now. 6 of them are already retired. Well, it's a lot, we must say. But Guil is on the hunt for Aurélien Lepelroux's second place. I wonder what the Haas will do when Guil will finally get ahead of the Red Bull.
How has Collins gone fastest on all mediums? Jesus, where?
Can I just say he's got 40% of ERS?
I know, but still, between Axel's got 30 and Guil's saving now. So Guil's the only one out of these 3 saving. So he's going to happily sit behind Axel, but he's going to lose a bit of time now. As low key as gets past Stinos now. So everyone is just trying to get past Stinos, who's struggling on his old mediums compared to Cones, who leads the race and is pulling away from Axel. So Cones is having an absolutely unbelievable drive today. And I just don't know who's going to be on the podium because Axel's tyres are going to have a period where they're going to be feeling very dead. They're behind, but I don't know who's going to get the points today either. Loki's catching Kappa Cups now on the newer meat softs.
So,
wow,
I'm switching to the front. I'm following the top 4. Joachim Reich is ahead of Axel's DRS range because he's 1.1 seconds. But the margin is very small. It can change to the DRS for Axel at any point. So, we're following the battle for the second at the moment, but it might be first anytime soon.
Yeah, but Axel's not going to have DRS here, so Google's going to have just DRS to get past him. And here he comes, the Frenchman on Frenchman. Axel, is he going to defend it? He does the inside. Google goes right around him.
And it's a 1-2 Haas.
But he's not going to have DRS on Cones. Cones is just a bit too far ahead. So now, is Axel going to come back at his French counterpart? But Guil's using DRS now.
Yup, he's using definitely that one to get very close to Cones and maybe overtake his teammate on the next DRS straight. Also, Vincent in the chat says about very nice pit entry from Sunset. So he must have done something like, clipping the wall on the entry. We've still got 12 drivers left on this race, on the lap 20. And I wonder if anyone will go for the fastest lap, because as you can see, everyone is very close, relatively close to each other. The gap between the leader and the last place is just 10 seconds.
Yeah, but look at the gap again. Coles is pulled away in Sector 2, and Guel gets back in Sector 3. So Coles is much better in Sector 2. And
Well, must have got the setup for the straights.
Yeah, but look at the DRS now. This not be in for Guel. It's not. He's just going to be out of it, I feel like. I think he's just going to be on the cusp of being out of it.
Well, he's 9/10. He is going to be within the DRS, but both drivers of Haas F1 team are using the overtake button.
No, I don't know. It's gone over a second again. Is Guel going to get it?
No, he's not.
No! So yes, Cones has managed to hold it off just. But he's got no ERS now, Cones.
As Josh is about to make a move on Aurélien Lepelroux on the third. No, he's not. He's backing out of it. He decides to stay behind the Red Bull at the moment.
Yep, Cabacox is holding off Loki and Stinos for P5, which would be his best result, right?
Yes, it is. He's got a podium in Singapore, but it was the F2 race, just for information.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, that was just when. Oh, I just remember when it's Singapore race. Okay. But Guel, yeah, it's got much better for top speed. Guel, I mean, Cones has just got a bit more for the corners, it looks like. Because Guel drops a little bit of time. I saw Cones slide at that corner for a second. So he lost a bit of time there. But Guel is now sticking in his into the DRS range handsomely now. I think Cones' tyres are going to start going off now.
Well, they might be.
But Axel's the more worried. His laps are 5 laps old. I remember all the guys started pitting on lap 6 for new softs. For a new strategy, I mean, sorry.
Wait a second.
Yes?
I just realized something. look at Gul's halo and Diogo's halo.
Have you only just noticed that? That's been in the game
Yes,
for
I
so
just
long.
noted that.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
At least
Yes,
we
for
know
the
who's Mick Schumacher and who's Nikita Mazepin's car.
Mick Schumacher's the one-on-one.
This one. And
Yes.
Haas is for Nikita. So
Yes.
Gul has got DRS. Josh overtakes Axel for the third.
Oh wow, so the podium is very spicy right now. 2 Frenchmen and a British driver.
Well, that's going to get this interesting.
And look at P5, and Stinos has been taken by Super Thomas. Both are moved by the Merc there.
Well, 2 overtakes for the Mercedes at one go. As we're following Gul, still happy to sit behind Cones. That around 7/10 of a second behind. And he just needs DRS, he thinks.
I know, but Axel's obviously just when he's going to start dipping off now.
Sam is for Kappa. As he's on the softs as well. Look at the tires. Looking at the tires. Well, there's 3 soft runners of Aurelien Penroux, Kasper Klasa, and August Inderson on the last place. The rest of those are a different amount of laps for mediums.
Guel and Coens are going to be maybe side by side at the end of this lap. Coens has only got 3 laps to hold off his French teammates for the first win of the season for him. But Guel is not going to let him have it easily. Because it's Guel, the guy who literally wants to win everything. Gap's now hovering around 7/10 now. I don't think it's going to be enough unless Guel is going to use a lot of DRS. But he won't. He'll just get dragged along with the DRS. And Josh is nearly in DRS of Guel.
That's interesting. As Gul is about to take the lead. No, he's definitely getting closer.
But he might get
3 or 2 tenths.
He might get him in the next DRS sector. Because Coens has to use ERS to defend. And obviously Guel is just happily letting the DRS drag him. Kappa Cox get past Super Thomas there, but they went a bit wide, it looked like. But loads of missions battle. Guel is not going to be close enough yet. He's backing out. I saw him letting go of the throttle there. He's just happy to follow Coens for the time being, but he's not going to let him take the win, I can feel. Unless he's feeling generous today, and he does.
Well, he might be. Every point counts for the championship fight.
Yes, but true. Obviously, with Cameron out, he might let him win after what happens. But it is Guel we're talking about here. So but he is now 4 attempts behind him, so I don't think he is. Obviously, these two don't talk to you because Guel's in the French chat.
Yup.
Banshee, Atza, and all that.
Splanchy is not racing anymore, as well as we are looking for Guel. About to... Oh, he's slowing down. He's slowing down by a major margin. He's doing some tactical plays and maybe keeping Josh behind. So
yeah, Guel, I think, actually is doing that. He might actually, unless he's going to take him on the last lap.
He's definitely saving Garrett because look, he's got 60% while Diogo has got around 30. He's going to use the ERS. It looks like...
He is, yeah. No, he won a DRS for a second. I saw that. I think he actually is.
He is going for them. No, he's backing out yet again.
No, he's going to try and defend. Tim is going to get past Hassan for P9. And Yomi is coming up to him as well. And Super Thomas and Kamakox are side by side on the exit turn 1. And Super Thomas gets the move.
And that's a well done move by the Mercedes driver.
Oh my word, I can't believe Guel might be doing this. Guel is being a shield to Coens.
He's protecting his win, the one that has been taken away from him a week ago on the home soil of Portugal in Portimao. Now, Guel is probably keeping the lead of Coens alive, or we don't know that. Maybe he's saving it. Maybe he's saving his power for the last lap. And that's what I'm wondering what they are gonna do, because, well, we just need to look at the tire wear. It's 50 laps of mediums for Diogo.
Think about it. Josh is going to be Josh has got less ERS, yes, but Josh, if he gets a run, he could get Guwil. Now, the big question is, what is Guwil going to do here? A yellow flag, and that's Wiggly. He's lost his full front wing.
Three. And I said, we've got to do the final laps of the Azerbaijan Gp. There's a Span McLaren of Capacox.
Oh, no, that's his points gone. Guwil, is he going to take Codes? Yes, he is. He's going for it.
And he's doing the move on the inside line into turn 1.
And he takes it, and he doesn't look like he's going to give it back.
Yup, he's now trying to inch away from his teammate in order to secure that win and get that another victory of the season.
Yeah, and Cohen's, is he going to come back at him? He's just too far back. But Josh is going to be the one who's going to be trying to cover for tyres in the pits. Wrigley might
Probably
do
goes
the
for the fast
same.
stop.
Maybe, yeah.
As it was so close for Kasper Klasse to actually get points today, but it was not a scenario for him today. Maybe next week in the Japanese Grand Prix. As Diogo is the one blocking off George at the moment.
Because obviously his tyres, I think Cohen's tyres are going to be finished. He's double the lap, he's literally nearly double the lap of these two. So I think he's just trying to survive to the podium now. Because Axe's tyres are going to be dipping off 3 seconds back. Because Low-Key is slowly reeling in the Frenchman. It's now 1.2 the gap. So if he can get a DRS, that will help him a lot. But Guwil has now one more lap around the Baku circuit. He's not giving his teammate DRS.
As Josh is within DRS of Diogo Moraes, he needs to defend desperately on this final lap of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. He's using that DRS, Josh, and DRS as well, not only DRS, sorry, and he's going to the inside, takes the second place, and actually might just bring it home.
It's got one, but remember, if Cohen's going to stay in DRS of him, he can attack him on the last corner in the straight. Cohen's now just needs to stick to Josh. And he might get him here. He actually might get him here. He's going to the outside line. Speed takes it.
And it's a 1-2 for Haas yet again.
So Cohen's has got the straight line speed just to hold off Josh there on the DRS section. Low-Key is on the hunt for Axe now for P4.
And Axe goes very slowly indeed through that turn 5.
Oh, his tyres are
sorry.
shot. He's just lost 2 attempts already. His tyres are shot. He's gonna lose out Low-Key on the last straight with DRS.
Let's look how close Low-Key is. Because, well, it's surprisingly close. As Josh is around 2/10 behind Diogo Moraes with the fight for the second. Thomas Bowman gets 3-second time penalty on the last lap of this Grand Prix. So it looks like both Steinavis and Yalmir are going to be ahead of him.
Codes is going to be taken on the last couple of straight.
As he's sliding. They fight with the DRS. They fight with the DRS assistance.
Oh no!
They fight with the DRS on the last lap, and it looks like it's going to be Josh having it on the final stretch, and he's taking the second place anyway from Diogo Moraes.
As here comes Guwil's going to comfortably lead. Josh is going to steal P2 and Codes is P3. Look, he's side by side and takes it. And Thomas is side by side with Stidhoff goes to P6.
So literally, nearly every single finish was a side by side one.
Yep, Lucky snatches P4 from Axa. Codes loses out P2, but Guwil wins yet again to increase his margin. Oh, wow. Well, that it literally was a 2017 all over it, though. Was it 2017 or 18? I wonder if Josh was going to say something.
Well, that was a great drive from Josh on the safety car restart and until the end of the race. This fight for the DRS apparently was crazy as well.
Cameron watched the whole race. Oh wow! I think Wrigley just stole fast as that. I saw it flash up for a second, so I think Guwil might not get the clean sweep today.
So, let's get the pole position. It was Cameron.
So
Gui wins.
that means Guwil gets 25 points, because I'm sure I just saw Wrigley nick it. Yeah, Wrigley did. So Wrigley gets past that, but Guwil is on the top step yet again. Josh gets P2, and Kyle Coles gets P3 after leading the race so comfortably all the way.
Crazy race around Baku, as we expected. As in every single tier, it was like this.
Yeah, but so I already know who's gonna get driving today.
Loki 4th. Then we've got, apart from the podium, Guillaume Darunia wins ahead of Josh Evans. Then we've got Diogo Moraes, Chibuko Jokfuma. Then we've got Aurel Lepenro and Stein Avis. So Aurel helps a bit in the Constructors' Championship. Avis will be ahead of Kalstengood. Yes, he will be. Because it's 6 points for Yamir Avendaño on the 7th. 4 points for Thomas Bowman. His first points of the season in F1 tier. Hasan Nakcha even gets points.
I know, Yolmi has got points as well.
Yeah, I just mentioned that. Yoalmir in the points.
So Yolmi, so basically 2 reserves from F2 have managed to get P9 and P7.
That's impressive.
Yep.
Also, Antoine de Montier with 1 singular point. The rest, apart from August, are all DNFs.
So only one car didn't get a point, which is Capricox, which he, I think, retired.
Yep, he retired, but it was on one of the final laps, so he's still classified. He's still done that 90%.
Yep, so that's fun.
Also, speaking about the constructors, because, well, we might be hopping into the conference in a short notice. Then we've got reserves in the McLaren, we've got a reserve in the Alfa Romeo. Because I'm filling the Constructors' Championship at the moment, it's going to be a very quick update. Can I get... no, you can't. You're getting these points for F1. Also, I'm switching to the F1 conference room. Here is a DNF. Here is 25. Here is 15. Here is DNF, but pole position. Second in a row for Cameron. Mercedes has got Thomas Bowman racing and getting 4 points. 12 points for Chibuikem. Well, these standings are going to be a very long ones, I guess. 0 points here. 6 points here, surprisingly. Ferraris be like I get fastest lap and 8 points. Then we've got Aston Martins. They've only got Mohamed and Francesco both retiring. Same for Alpine. No second AlphaTauri it was. As you can see, there was just one AlphaTauri of Josh who took that 8th place. And there is a Williams of the Montier being the only one. So he gets that singular point. And the championship lead goes by a huge margin back to Guillaume. So that was, well, indeed interesting championship fight. Also, hello, Luke.
Oh, I'd be here.
Yes, you here.
Unfortunately.
You is here. Why unfortunately?
Sorry, I had to say that if you heard that. No, but are they actually going to join or not? Well, I know
Josh definitely joins.
Well, is that who I think it is?
Why?
No, I'm thinking, is that who I think it is who's just joined? Yeah, I thought so. It is Josh.
Welcome to the podium.
Yeah.
So, Josh, let me ask, how much did you scream?
Didn't scream. I am technically a man, so I shouted, but quite a bit, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't feel like a man, I feel like a boy. I feel like a boy in a sweet shop. That was lovely.
No, the fact that me and Watino noticed that you and Cole was a fight for the DRS.
Say
That
again?
was actually crazy stuff.
Yeah, you and Cole was battling for the DRS in the last straight.
Yeah, it was mental. My pace was really good. I put some time in. I joined DSW recently and it's just given me a bit more motivation, which is what I've been looking for. And it's definitely paid off. I mean, Christ, 3.5 seconds off Gwil. I'm ecstatic. Hello?
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I thought Watino was going to talk to you there because I'm just trying to do sort to me out quick.
Well,
Okay.
I'm still counting the championship fight points, so
Yeah, I did Cameron a bit of justice there, having a Haas behind me. But yeah, it was a tough race. I didn't get a single warning, which I was really happy about. Because I thought at the end it would end up coming down to penalties, but it didn't. Everyone managed to keep it clean. Everyone around me was a pretty clean race.
Yeah.
I finally showed a bit of aggression with the guy in the Ferrari on the safety car restart. Something I've never really done before. Always been too careful. Yeah, but it's about time.
Yeah,
About time I pushed my elbows.
because he didn't pit for new tyres, Josh. So obviously that's why you got him.
Yeah,
'Cause he-
I
he's-
didn't know he was on all the tyres, so I knew I had to be aggressive. And I thought my biggest worry was Sunset behind me. I know he's pretty quick and aggressive, so I wanted to keep him behind. So I thought getting past Stinos and leaving him for Sunset would be brilliant if I could do it as quick as possible. And I did, and then I think Stinos gave Sunset damage.
Yeah, it basically something happened. I
Yeah, it's a
think I
master
missed
plan
it.
from me. Anyways.
He literally Pierre Gasly.
yes.
Oh, mate, it was brilliant. Good fun.
I was going to say, but yeah, but obviously, Josh, that was just mental to say the least.
Yeah.
Who just joined? Oh, hello, Diego.
Welcome.
Yeah, Diego, interesting tactic to say the least.
I mean, jeez.
No, literally, like, Tina's like, he's slowing down. I'm like, oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, no chance, pal. You were doing that to me. I'd throw my net. I was just ready to catch you.
I think Diego realised because his tyres were dead as well. So
Yeah.
No, I knew my tires would be dead at the end, but
I mean, it would have been a teamly thing for Gwill to stay with you, but
no, we thought that Google would stay behind you on purpose, Diego.
yeah, because I thought not many people would stop because
Yeah, I get you.
a few laps ago, and I mean, it was really, really, really strange because I thought, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm always at least 5-6 positions. Will if I stop, Will doesn't stop. I don't think I can catch Will, and then I don't stop, and everybody stops. So
No, but obviously you were leading the race so comfortably, and then that safety car came out, and obviously then you didn't pit, to my surprise.
yeah.
So why?
I always struggle what to do when I'm P1 and there's a safety car because
So you
I
went to the
always think
opposite.
about the people that probably won't stop, and I don't want to be in the middle of that all confusion and that
I
stuff.
see.
So yeah,
You just literally rolled the dice and went for it.
yeah. But
Go on.
I didn't really think that Will was gonna stop, to be honest, because I faked the move. I was thinking about pitting, but I was there and Will was there also, and I thought, okay, Will, no way he's gonna stop if I stop. He's just faking. Well, bad judgment.
But obviously you still got the podium at least. Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, but I was really confident for this track. I really had the pace. I didn't practice too much because I was watching the F1, but I mean, with 30 minutes of practice, I had the pace, but I don't know. There's always something. I think this season in F1, I mean, there's always something happening in my races. Some by my mistakes, some just things I can't control. I mean, that safety car in China, that the first top, yeah, the top four went to last. It was just crazy, just crazy.
Yeah, because last week, obviously, you had an unfortunate incident when your wheel disconnected completely.
Yeah, there's
Don't
always
remind him.
Yeah, Martini, I can just remind you about your puncher at Japan to keep you going. Exactly, so shut up. But obviously, we've got Japan next week, so how do you two feel for that?
Fucking Christ. Sorry. No,
Just
it's a
fine.
tough track. It's definitely
Japan,
a tough
yeah.
track.
It's because the curbing really, really will kill you.
Actually, well, it's a good track. I do enjoy racing it, but it's a tough one. Without line, I think I can do it okay, but I'm definitely going to have to sharpen my tools. Well, probably make up from scratch, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I did Japan. I think the last thing I can remember of Japan was you hitting the same wall 3 seasons in a row.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go, Martino. There's your one up.
Yeah, no, Josh, because he had the punch in that race because of me.
Yeah, I know.
Pain.
Because he picked on the safety car, and obviously his tyre punched, but Adams didn't.
Oh no! I do
He's a
remember
lucky man,
when I was in
man.
Japan, I did a no stop in the pouring rain with wing damage. I ended up P5.
Because you did that little video clip as well, if I remember correctly, as well.
Yeah,
But, Corbin, how do you feel for Japan next week?
I hate the track.
Yeah, thought so.
I hate the track, but I had a race a few months ago there, and I really practiced for it, and it's I'm fast there, but in race pace it's just awful. I mean the tire management is crap. The tire temperatures, curves. I mean, probably you will see me spinning.
Well, I know
But
Martino's going to spin, so I know that.
I'll
Yes,
really
I'm
try
going to spin.
not to DNF, but a spin is almost guaranteed. But you can expect a good quality pace. But then in the race, I mean, it's gonna be tough, really
Okay,
tough.
so what would you rather have, a dry race or a wet race?
What?
I mean, bring the wets. I had the world record there a few months ago, so yeah, wet is safer. I mean, this is strange, but in Japan, I really prefer wet.
it's easier to manage
much more
tires.
consistent. Yeah, for sure.
The temperatures around Japan are really tough. It's a lot of high speed corners, and you just lay in the car so far on the left or right all the time, just constantly. There's not really any portions of the track for you to cool your tires and get down to a reasonable temperature. So it'll definitely be tough no matter the weather. But I do agree that wets will probably be a bit more stable and probably cleaner as well. I expect we'll see a lot of DNFs.
The only thing I'm worried about is how turn one's going to be on the start of the race.
It's a tricky one because it's a narrowing corner and it's not exactly a traditional corner. It's one of those ones like the Lesmos kind of where it's just slowly concurrently going into the next corner at the same time. So it's definitely going to be tough on some people. People are going to have to try and keep it clean and just look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But in the middle field, it's gonna be chaotic.
I'm gonna say this now. The race time for next week's changed because Martino's just tagged you.
Yes.
Right.
It's 4:15 now.
The reason why we're doing this because when we tried doing the race after the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix last season in F1, then we had to cancel it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, but obviously, well, you still had a great race today. Obviously, frankly, you had no like major contact. The only bit you had a bit worried was at the end of the race when you literally battled for that DRS. But
Yeah.
other than that, obviously, there's not much else there. But Josh just demolished through the field today, and obviously,
Cheers,
Cohen's
mate.
got unfortunate today with the safety call. Cohen, you never know. Next week, he might make the right decision.
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean,
This
it's
is when
gonna be
Cohen,
something that
this is when you're going to hit the wall instead. I don't know. Oh, I hit the wall.
that in party moments.
Well, Cohen, I was going to say, Cohen's decided this pit. He's crashed into the pit wall. Oh no.
I'm being really unfortunate this season, but I don't know. It's a long season, and the most important is to learn with these guys. I mean, Will, Cameron. Cameron is just 12, but
Yeah,
he's an amazing driver. So
Cameron just suddenly retired for some reason.
yeah, I
He
mean,
was ghosted because of his drive
yeah,
through.
yeah.
He didn't want to interfere with anyone, so
Oh,
he did
what
the
happened?
gentlemanly thing and retired.
What happened?
He
Maybe
jumped the
that-
start and it ghosted him, but the
yeah.
ghost never went away, so he didn't want to mess with those races, so he retired.
There you go. So Watilia, they must have introduced a new feature now. It seems.
What one?
So basically, he jumped the start, and obviously he was ghosted for the whole race, like we
Yeah,
saw.
I think they call them features bugs, mate.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I thought it was only because the drive through and it would disappear when
We
he pitted.
thought that as well, yeah, but it didn't go away. Right, boys, I'm gonna have to leave. So thank you for your time commentating.
No, it's fine. Obviously,
Fine.
Cheers, guys.
Okay,
GG.
so bye.
GG, mate.
GG, man.
Cheer up, boys.
Well,
Yeah.
that was an itinerary to say. So I guess we can finish up with Tino.
Yep, we are finishing. As said, there will be time changes for the Japanese Grand Prix next weekend. So quickly saying, F5 stays the same, F4 stays the same, PCF3 stays the same, PCF2 goes earlier by 30 minutes, so 15:30 UK. Then we've got PSF3, 1 hour and 10 minutes later comparing to usual time, because we're starting after the qualifying. F2 races normally on PS, so I'll be racing at the 7 PM UK with all the boys. Next, we're having PCF1, which races on the same time as usual, and 15 minutes after PCF1 starts, the PSF1 is going. So there will be someone else managing the race on the PCF1. So that's it for today. Make sure to leave a like and subscription button on the red colors, gray color, sorry. Not red, remember, no red colors of the subscription button, only grays allowed. And, well, we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.